Everyone, in this quick video we're going to talk about how to use Google Drive. So to start with, you can sign into your Gmail account, and once you do, it'll look something like this. Notice over here on the top right hand corner you can manage different Gmail accounts or Google accounts. So these are 3 different ones that I have for various things: my school one, my work one, and a personal one. So currently I'm logged into my work one, which I don't use that often, so it works well for our purposes here. If I come up here to the top right hand side, there's a little button you can click on called Google Apps. Click on Google Drive and it'll open up Google Drive here. And here is a place where we can store files online. So this means that these things are not hosted on my computer's hard drive, but they're hosted on another hard drive and my computer is just accessing them in that place. Top left here, we can create new folders. So we'll go ahead and create a new folder. We'll call it a test folder. So I hit create, it'll show up right here. Now let's say that I also want to create a new document. So it'll open it up in a new window, and we'll call it our first doc. And if I click on the place where the title is, it will automatically populate this with what I've written here. And now if I come back, I'll see that I've got this document here. It hasn't quite updated yet. I can drag it into my test folder, and now it's in my test folder. So on the left hand side, there's easy navigation. If I would create another folder in here, we'll call it test2, it will show up in here, so you can have like a hierarchy of folders on the left hand side. Alright, in this window I have now switched to a different Google account, so I'm in a different Google Drive, and I've gone from my drive into the folder The Bridge. Here is another folder called ARC Minneapolis English Program, and you can see the file path here. Now let's say that I want to share this with another user, so I can click on this button here and click Share. And you'll notice that currently there's only one person listed in here, so I'm the owner of the document. And let's say that I want to share this with my other email account. And I can make this person a viewer, so that means they can just view the documents in here. I can make them a commenter, so they can comment on documents, or I can make them an editor, so they can basically do anything. So I'll click Editor, and I'll make sure that the Notify button is ticked, and click Send. Now I'm back in my Boston Bridge Google account, and I have an email here that says that, austin.lap22@southcollege.org shared a folder with me and I can contribute to it. So I can either click here and open it, or I can come back to my Google Drive folder for that same Google account and click on Shared with Me. And you'll notice right here is the folder called ARC Minneapolis English Program. Now, this is the only place I can see it currently. If I want to add it into my drive, what I'm going to do is right-click and click Add Shortcut to Drive. And then here I can determine where I want to put it. So let's say that I want to put it in Test2 into that folder. Then I would click Next and Next, and then Add Shortcut. And it shows up here. So I come back here, and now if I open it, I can see all of this exact same information that was visible from the other Google Drive. So it looks a little bit different just because the settings are a little bit different, but it's the exact same information. So now what I'm going to do is open this document called ESL Classroom Supplies, and we'll look at a few more things here. So there's a couple neat things. One, you'll notice that there's a share button here as well. So now that this has been shared with me, I can now share it with other people. So let's say that I want to share it with my other email address. And I just want to be a commenter, right? And then notify and send. I won't actually send it, but I can just send this document to that person. So this is not sharing the entire folder, it's only this document. A couple other things here that we can do. I can send a link to someone via WhatsApp or email or whatever. And there's a couple sharing settings here, so I can restrict this. So this means that only people added can open with this link. So let's take a look at what that means. So if I come back here to the share button again, that means only people who appear here can actually use that link to open it. All right. So let's go back and adjust this again. Let's say anyone with the link. So now if I, for example, I wouldn't want to do this, but if I would do this, if I post this on social media somewhere, anybody, literally anybody, could click on this link and open it and edit it, make changes and so on. Now, people don't usually post Google Doc links online. It was something you would just share to an individual person, right? So that they can make edits to the document and collaborate. So it's a really great way to be able to do collaborative projects. So we'll let those settings as they are. Now, sometimes we want to create links to other documents within our Google Drive. So let's come back here and let's say for whatever reason I want to put a link to this document in the ESL Classroom Supplies. So I'm going to click Get Link. And again, just double check the settings, copy link, done. Come back to this document and I will paste it. And then notice it says if I hit the tab button, it'll replace it with the title, which is great. All right, so now I can very easily add or very easily access this spreadsheet from this document. So that's the basic overview of how to use Google Drive. So all of these folders contain different documents for teachers and so on. And you'll notice that these are also links to other folders elsewhere in someone's Google Drive that have been shared here. And again, if you couldn't find this for whatever reason, it'll be within the shared with me. You can also search for it within your search function. Let's just try this once. Yep, and it shows up right there for you. So Google Drive is a fantastic way to be able to share documents with people and to be able to access it from multiple devices. If you have Google Drive on your phone and you sign into your Google account, you can access it there as well.